Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? I hope everyone's having a great start to their Monday. I know that some of you are probably working, so you'll probably see this later tonight. But I wanted to come on and get personal. What do I mean? So I don't mean like get deep into your life. What I mean is I don't think it's, well, I shouldn't say I don't think. It is so easy now with practice to be so individual and to get so specific to your needs. So I think that's super exciting. With quantum nutrition testing, I can literally test you on the spot for foods that are good for you or foods that aren't good for you. I can test you for things that you should be putting into your body or things that you shouldn't be putting into your body. So that's super exciting because now we don't have to guess. Now, when you go to the grocery store, you can text me on a whim, and you can, like, I had a client text me when they were on their grocery store run, and she was like, broccoli, this, that, and I was like, yes, no, no, mushrooms, no. Like, it's so easy now to be able to test people and get them healthy. So I think that is super exciting, and I just wanted to tell you all that I think when you have someone, again, this is where it comes down to like true care and true health, right? When I can get somebody healthy so I will tell you, in the span of the last week, I had some awesome wins. And this is just to show you all that it's possible. Oh, wait, you know what I just realized? Hold, please. I just realized that my speaker is on. And hopefully you can hear me. So, make sure that that's off. It is off. Okay. So, my point, so this week I had a major win. A client out in Hawaii had some major wins this week, lost some weight. A rash that she had is close to gone, which is super exciting. She was getting a lot of drainage and mucus out of her nose, which is clearing up her sinuses. I had another client who has been struggling weight-wise for like since she's been on, some people have to get their mindset right when it comes to taking being on their program and taking their supplementation, but you have to sort of stay the course. And she lost 5 pounds in, I would say, just under a month, which is super exciting. Obviously, she's training and doing other things along with that, but the fact that she's seeing results and that she can ask me, hey, is this food okay for me? And she can test things on the spot. That's super exciting. And I usually like to test people weekly because your body is changing constantly. And I think that that's also, again, that's personal. It's personalized to you. So I think it's super fun. And it actually excites me because now I can really get to the bottom of things that are causing you pain, discomfort, possibly causing you aches and things like that you wouldn't normally think, like, what's the cause here? What's the problem? So as you start to heal the body and you start to figure out what foods are good for you and what foods aren't good for you, it's a lot easier because then you don't have to guess. You don't have to go to the grocery store and spend money on things that aren't good for you. So like, for example, I just tested with my practitioner, and I've been eating bread, like sourdough bread, which is like, I think is much better. But she actually tested me and she was like, stop eating that. It's not helping you. It's hurting you. And I was crashing. Like, I would eat it and then I was crashing midday. And I was like, why am I crashing? Like, and I know carbs, obviously, they deplete your energy and they cause you to come down. But I would have guessed that, but it's nice to just have the answer of, yeah, bread and I aren't a good mix right now. And that's okay. Right. She tested me for rice because I have rice that I usually eat like once a week, maybe. She was like, yeah, don't do that. She was like, you tested much better for quinoa. And I don't usually eat quinoa, so I'm going to try that out and see how my body feels because it might totally re-energize me in a new way. But I never really enjoyed quinoa because back before I started healing my body, quinoa was something that really just like it crushed me, right? And that was obviously because my gut wasn't right. Things weren't working properly in the system. And once you start to detox the system and then build up the system and get the body working properly, that stuff is super easy. So it's really quite simple. And I think it comes down to, you just need to know who to trust. And you'll know that, like, in your heart, you'll know, like, I like this person, right? It might take some humility to go like, and I kind of tell, especially new clients this, like, I love you, but like, we don't, like, just like I don't know it all, right? Don't pretend like you know everything. Your body is telling me something. So if you trust me, then like you'll listen and you'll just take that advice and go with it, right? So I like to come from the perspective of just like, if what you've been doing isn't working, maybe just listen, right, for a minute and just try something new. And a lot of clients that I've gotten new in the past month or so, they have been saying like, oh, wow, like there's something here. And I said, and my constant affirmation and my constant confirmation to people, especially new clients and old, but new clients especially, is the body is always healing and always changing. So you're never going to stick to the same like dosage on a supplement unless your body is testing for it, but you're never going to do that. As your body heals, you're going to enjoy new foods. You're going to be able to eat new foods, or new foods are going to be taken out. So it's just important to know that as your body heals and goes through those different stages of healing, you're going to start to feel so much better. You're going to start sleeping better. And what happens when you sleep better? You recover faster. You can exercise more. The body is just like vibrant and excited. And again, your body should be thriving, right? So when it comes to being personal with you, it's not just the emotional and mental side of things. It's also like really just getting you answers. That way you don't have to keep guessing, and you don't have to stress about what should I eat, what can I eat. Now you just know, right? And then and on top of that, you're supporting yourself with supplementation that's actually working for you because it's been tested for you, right? On a quantum level, which is like such a deep physics level, right? Which is awesome. And you also have someone who cares about you, right? Like I don't hate to say it because I love it, but I'm always working. Like people will text me at like, I don't know, 7:00 on a Saturday. Hey, Matt, can I eat this? And I'll just say yes or no. Like it's that simple. And I think people need to stop being afraid of asking for help. I think that we get very, we think we have to figure it out on our own. You know, we're so used to not being properly cared for. And when you just start getting answers, things start to become a lot more like, oh, that's so much easier. And guess what happens then? Then you start to save money because you're not spending money on things that aren't working for you. Because you're not guessing, right? And you're getting to the bottom of things. I think that is, for especially where we are right now, I think that is like the most awesome part of it is like, I know I've saved more money in terms of like not guessing on what supplements to take, not guessing on food to eat and things like that, because my body is just like, thank you, because I'm being tested for it, right? And it's not invasive. That's what's also awesome about it. I'm not like sticking a needle in your arm or taking blood from you. It's just like so simple, right? And obviously those tests are important for other things, but in terms of just like staying healthy and being well, it's just, you don't need to be invasive about it. So I hope that helps. And I hope that kind of inspires you to maybe reach out to a natural health practitioner or a wellness practitioner or anything like that. I'm obviously here to help, and I would love to help you. You can reach out to me at honoryourhealth.life and go to my contact page. Obviously, you can reach out here, and I'd be more than happy to assist. I just want people to be well. That's really where I'm at. I want people to get healthy. I want people to feel great. I want people to sleep great. I want people to just have a functioning and thriving life. It's not fun to feel it, to be in pain. And not to say that, I will say this in preface of all that, to get to the other side of healing and to feel healthy and to get well, you do have to go through some detox symptoms, right? You will have some fatigue. You will have some bowel movement issues. Like you might have some diarrhea. Like I'm going through that right now. And does it suck at the moment? Sure. Yeah. You might have some snot. You might be coughing a lot. And it's not, again, we're like told that all these things are terrible for us, but in the reality of it, they're actually really good. It's a sign that the body is starting to like move and function. Like I've had like 3 clients probably chronically constipated, like to the point where it was like they were going to the bathroom and having a bowel movement like once every, amen, Vilu, that's right. They were going to the bathroom like once a week. Guys, that's terrible. Like, when you know how people say you're full of boop, well, you're literally full of it, right? So it's super important to just getting people to go to the bathroom. And because if you're not going to the bathroom, you're holding all those toxins inside of you, right? You're holding all of that. And it's just like, that's not comfortable. And it's really fun and exciting to watch people go, oh, I'm having a bowel movement. Now I feel great. And I'm like, of course you do, because you don't have a bunch of stuff inside of you that should be coming out all the time. And it's just awesome to watch those kinds of things happen. But again, we've kind of been brainwashed into thinking that like a little bit of pain or a little bit of whatever is normal. Like, no, you shouldn't be living in pain. You shouldn't be living in anxiety and depression and all that stuff. Like, all of these things have an effect, right? And when you start to feel good, you don't want to lose that good feeling. So you're going to constantly be working and getting better. And I think that that's also something that I realized. I was like, I need to invest in my own health, and I need to get somebody to test me constantly, because when you're not being constantly tested, because guess what? The body is always changing, right? And when you have pain, obviously, like if you're working out and you do something stupid, then you're gonna have to deal with that, right? But we can get you out of that a lot faster. But typically, like when you have muscle pain and things like that, we can get you out of it, but you do have to, like, overcompensation isn't good, right? But I just think it's so awesome watching people heal on a deeper level. Watching, it's going to sound crazy, but like, people getting excited about pooping is probably the coolest thing ever. It's just so awesome. Like, people are like, Matt, I haven't like been able to go to the bathroom. Like, someone literally told me, and she's probably going to laugh when I say this, I'm not going to say her name, but a client literally said to me that she was diagnosed, get ready, diagnosed with a tortured intestine. And I was like, huh? So what did I do? I tested her and I said, do you have a tortured intestine? Her body was like, no, absolutely not. And guess what? Now she goes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, and feels great. So I'm not a fan of like being diagnosed with things, only because it gets you mentally here that your body doesn't know how to work properly. It gets you mentally in your head that something is wrong with you. So I don't like that word so much, because I just think it's crazy, because it does mentally kind of get you screwed up. Obviously, some things, yes. So don't go crazy on me. But for the most part, I'm like, there's probably a reason for that. And so this client specifically said, like, we tested her, and she tested because she was still eating carbs. And it was actually the carbs that were causing her intestinal like motility to not work. So what did we do? We took out that, we changed her to a higher, more intense drainage supplement, and that body was like, whoosh. And it is every day now, whoosh, just going out, and she's sleeping better. Her mood is better. So everything, when you start having positive results like that, it's like super exciting, and you don't want to let go of that. Trust me, I've been there. It ain't cute. And one last thing that I'll add to like getting personal is that I think a lot of people with supplementation, we've been kind of conditioned to think that everything has to taste like sugar and candy and, whatever. And if there's one thing that I've noticed and realized, it's like, if you want to get really healthy, unfortunately, like, it's a lot of these things are herbs, and they taste like earth. Like, they taste earthy and soily, but guess what? They work. So when things work, you keep doing them. I think that we have to sort of like get through that mental thought of like, oh, but it doesn't taste good. I don't really care. I take things on a daily basis that taste like crap, but guess what? They work. So we have to mentally get out of that, like, oh, it has to taste good. Oh, it has to. No. If you want to get healthy, things are not going to always taste great, period. It's like survival, right? You just have to get it out. So I hope this helps. Get your body moving properly, get your nutrition right, get tested, get your body in a space that is thriving, figure out what the cause is, figure out how to support your organs, figure out how to because we're all living in stressful times, get your body tested so that we can de-stress you, get the whole organ system from top to bottom working properly. That way you wake up feeling excited to go to work or feeling excited to hang out with family and friends and not feeling stressed, because we don't want to feel that way. We don't want to be in that constant stress all the time. Trust me, I get it, and it ain't cute. So I hope this helps. And if you need help, again, please reach out. If not to me, to somebody that you know you can trust. All right. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Say a prayer today for me and my family. It is my dad's 8-year, we call it angelversary of his passing. So we're going to go out and celebrate with a little like celebration thing for him. So be well, and I will talk to you all soon.